Sandler for, oh, we're recording, good. We thank Hazem Sandler for sharing his knowledge and expertise and talent with us to get us in the high holiday mood. So I'll turn it over to you.
Right. As you heard, we are recording so that others can later on watch this video and learn the melodies along with us, or review it or replay it. My real hope is that this year, even though there's a new chazan, not all the melodies need to be brand new the day of. So I'm hoping this will encourage participation. Of course, I don't know what Billy's going to do at the high school, but at least if you're in the sanctuary, these are some melodies you can look forward to. And if not, they're melodies you can enjoy right now. So that's that. Without further ado, I think let's start singing. If you want to switch to gallery view on Zoom, you can, and it won't affect the recording. So if you prefer to see everyone else, that's okay. And I ask that you mute yourselves and you sing along, please. And thank you, Marlene. All right, cool. Awesome. And Rachel, you too, sing along.
I will.
Awesome. We'll start together with a familiar favorite. Page 143, Baruch Hashanah. Berosh Hashanah yikatevun, uviyom tzom kippur yechatemun. 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 I see we have some more people joining in person. It's really good to see you. I invite you all. I think we should stay masked. I'm going to be unmasked because I'm leading, but really we should stay masked even outdoors. That is the policy, and I just want to be consistent with what we're expecting. And I might even step back briefly, just to make sure we're all good. And I invite you, though, with your mask on, to sing along with me. It's not a concert. I really want everyone to sing, particularly those in person who I can enjoy and delight in the communal singing and voices. That is what YaalehKoleinu, this session is all about, is raising our voices together. And all right, and we have one more person in the waiting room.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I just want to cool. All right. Thank you, Rachel, for being our tech person. We're going to sing it again. Berosh Hashanah yikatevun, uviyom tzom kippur yechatemun. Berosh Hashanah yikatevun, uviyom tzom kippur yechatemun. One more time. Berosh Hashanah yikatevun, uviyom tzom kippur yechatemun. Berosh Hashanah yikatevun, uviyom tzom kippur yechatemun. I chose this familiar melody because of what it means to me. It's one of those tunes where, like, if I don't hear that tune, is it even Rosh Hashanah? Like, is it even Yom Kippur? Is it High Holidays? If I don't hear that melody, which I've heard every year since I was, I don't know, like less than remembering age. And Today, I'm going to introduce some tunes, some new tunes, and I'm also hoping to work in some of the older tunes that we're familiar with. I know firsthand how important music is in creating the experience, so I chose these tunes very carefully. My hope being that each one will enhance our experience of prayer together, and that by learning some of the newer ones now, we will be a cadre of people in the pews or on live stream, whatever it is that you, however it is you choose to connect with us, that you'll be singing along and people will be able to follow your example, whether at home or in person or at the high school, and we'll be able to join together for a meaningful high holiday season. The next melody is one of the new ones, and it is on page 150 in Machzor Lev Shalem. And it's got a couple of names. You can call it YaalehKoleinu, that is, it's the first word of this piyut. Or some people call it Keter Melucha because of its repeated refrain, Vayitnu Lecha Keter Melucha. It should be, assuming that Machzor Lev Shalem is in line with generally where things are, which my teachers might say, you never know, but it should be right around the Malchuyot section of Rosh Hashanah Musaf. So hopefully it'll help you find it. The first part, or the easy part, is the refrain. V'yitnu lecha keter melucha. And that's going to happen like a lot of times. I'm going to say something and everyone's going to respond. V'yitnu lecha keter melucha. Let's try it all together. 1, 2, ready, and V'yitnu lecha Keter Melucha. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's do it one more time. I'm gonna go. Yanai da 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 da. V'yitnu lecha Keter Melucha. Yanai da 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 da. V'yitnu lecha Keter Melucha. Keep doing it. We'll do that a little more. Let me also say, Rosh Hashanah is the new year. I want to introduce this idea here. V'yitnu lecha means we present to you the crown of sovereignty. We're presenting God with the crown of sovereignty because Rosh Hashanah, in addition to being the day of shofar and the day of remembering, it is, and the new year, it's actually, I like to think of it as God's coronation ceremony, that it should have in it the excitement that we get from the beginning of the Disney classic Lion King. Like imagine, and like you've got all the animals coming from near and far, some that we see on the Pride Lands regularly and some that we maybe haven't seen since last year, but all of them coming to greet the new king. In that case, it's Simba. In our case, it's God. And we're going to crown God as the everlasting king or sovereign of the whole universe. And it's exciting and it's fun and there's fanfare and there's shofars. It's really exciting. And this piyut is all about that, with that refrain going on and on. I just thought I'd give some context. So let's see if we remember it. I'm gonna go V'yitnu lecha keter melucha. And if you're looking for the words, it's the very last line of the piyut. And it's actually in transliteration in red, those last 1, 2, 3, 4 words. If you're looking in there, it's there for you. V'yitnu lecha keter melucha. One more time, all together really loud. V'yitnu lecha keter melucha. Awesome. That's the first big part. If we get that, I'll be thrilled. But there's also a nigun that's going to come after each verse. And it goes like this. Ya nai 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 ya nai nai again. Ya nai 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 ya nai ya nai nai ya nai nai. Ya nai 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 ya nai 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 nai. Ya nai 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 nai. Ya nai 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 ya nai 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 nai. Ya nai 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 nai. Whoa, Cantor, that's so long. How are we going to remember all that? Don't worry, we're going to break it down. Repeat after me. Yai nai 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 yai nai. Yai nai nai yai nai nai nai. Yai nai 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 nai. Yai nai 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 nai. Yes. Yai nai nai nai. Yai nai nai nai. Great. Yai nai 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 nai. Yai nai nai. Yai nai 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 yai nai nai. Sweet. Yai nai 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 nai. Yai nai nai nai. I know it's rangy, it's high. I know, but it's good. Yai nai 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 nai. Yai na na nai 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 nai. Yai na na nai nai nai. Cool. Yai na na nai 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 nai. Yai na na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 nai. The second time that little bit happens. Yai nai 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 nai. Yai na na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 yai nai. So first time we go up, second time we go down. Let's try just the high part, A and B. So we're going up first time. Yai nai 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 nai. Yai na na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 nai. Great. Yai nai 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 nai. Yai na na nai 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 nai. Yai na nai 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 yai nai. I honestly did not think it was going to go this well this quickly. So I'm really impressed. Thank you. Awesome. From the top of the yai nais, 1 and 2 and nice and slowly. Yai nai 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 yai nai 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 yai nai nai. Yai nai 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 yai nai 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 yai nai nai. Yai yai nai 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 yai na na nai 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 yai na nai 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 nai. Good. Yai nai 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 yai na na nai 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 yai na nai 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 nai. Cool. Oh my goodness. We're gonna try the whole thing. Here we go. Vayetayu kol leavdecha v'yitnu lecha keter melucha v'yivarchu shem kevodecha v'yitnu lecha keter melucha. Oh, we got to practice the refrain. That's okay. We got the nigun really well, though. This is good. I'm going to go Vayetayu kol leavdecha v'yitnu lecha. All right, let's do just the words for a second. Repeat after me. Vayitnu. Vayitnu lecha. Vayitnu lecha keter. Vayitnu lecha keter. Keter melucha. Keter. And I want to see you mouthing along on the Zoom, people. Keter melucha. Awesome. Fran, I see you. Thank you. I know all of you do it, but it's good. It's just good. I want you to know. I really do see you. Amazing. All right. So the melody. V'yitnu lecha. Try it. V'yitnu lecha. Keter melucha. Keter melucha. Vayetayu kol leavdecha. V'yitnu lecha. Keter melucha. V'yivarchu shem kevodecha v'yitnu lecha keter melucha. Let's change a little bit. Ve'yagidu vayim tzidkecha. And then we're going to go higher. V'yitnu lecha keter melucha. Yanai nanai 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 yanai 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 nanai 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 yanai. Ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 na. My turn. Vayidreshucha amim lo yeda'ucha v'yitnu lecha keter melucha v'halelucha kol ha'aretz v'yitnu lecha keter melucha v'yomru tamid yigdal Adonai v'yitnu lecha keter melucha. Yanai nanai 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 yanai Ya da 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 ya na na. Ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 na. Ya da 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 ya na 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 na. Ya da na 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 na. Now skip down to the last verse, which I'm gonna. It doesn't really make a difference because I'm gonna sing it anyway. Viro memucha bikal Virom vishmeur chokim beyavo yitnu lecha keter melucha v'yitnu lecha keter melucha v'yitnu lecha keter melucha yanana 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 Ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 ya na 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 na. That was really successful. I'm proud of you guys. Amazing. Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna move on to the next song. So we mentioned this coronation of God as one of the themes of our holiday. But if we turn to the next section, which is Zichronot, all three sections end, as it turns out, each of the three sections end with the same text. And it's got one of those melodies that we in the biz call Misinai, which is, I think it's idiomatic, but very possibly these are the same tunes that they would have sang at the Yom Kippur service that happened at Mount Sinai, which of course you would think it was Shavuot at Mount Sinai, right? Or at least Parshat Yitro. But yes.
But like, I guess the start of the first chant, which that one was very familiar to me, and how did I with not this one, the first one.
Oh, Berosh Hashanah. Yeah.
Yeah. So where did it come from? Like, how old is that song? Who made it a Rosh Hashanah?
The truth is, I didn't do that research for this class, unfortunately, and we call it Misinai because, as far as I know, that's how we've always done it since literally Moshe. But a lot of tunes that we call Misinai actually end up being revealed as recently as the 18th and 19th century. Many by people like Louis Lewandowski. And I don't know, Solomon Zaltzer and folks like that. Like Shema Yisrael, like that tune happens to be like not as old as it sounds, and yet it's iconic. This one might be Goldfarb, but I don't want to say because I don't want to be wrong and I don't want to get quoted wrong. But that's a good one for next year, is to do more of that history. For this year, I really wanted to focus in on making sure we all know some of these melodies, are familiar with them, so we can sing and pray in a very practical sense in not so long. But it's a great question.
What page are we on?
We are going to go to page 162 for Areshet Sifatenu. So we have these three special sections, Malchuyot, Zichronot, and Shofarot, and liturgically, something I find really interesting is that these three sections parallel a thematic triumvirate that shows up throughout the Jewish calendar and liturgy, and that is creation, revelation, redemption. This is sort of like a big, I wouldn't say Holy Trinity because, obviously. We see it in the morning and evening liturgy surrounding the Shema. We have Baruch Hu is always followed by one of the, by the blessing, either Yotzer or, and it's all about creation, Yotzer meaning creation, or meaning light. It's all about light and creation, followed by a Ahava Rabbah or Ahavat Olam, depending on which time of day it is, all about love as expressed through the Torah, through the gift of Torah that God gave us in Revelation. And then after the Shema, we go into Ga'al Yisrael, Michamocha, and all that stuff, which is about redemption, remembering how we were redeemed from Egypt as a precursor to a future redemption, perhaps even Mashiach and that kind of thing. That's one of the places we see it. Another place we see it is in Shabbat. The different amidot of Shabbat follow that. In the evening, we think of Shabbat as a reminder of creation. On the seventh day, God rested. But in the morning, we remember Shabbat as one of the 10 commandments of the Torah. And in Mincha, we focus in our Amidah during the sanctification of the day on Menucha, as Shabbat is the day of rest, as Shabbat is Me'ein Olam Haba, a taste of the world to come, a taste of redemption. And two, in these three sections of the Rosh Hashanah service, we see this play out again. Malchuyot, we crown God as sovereign, and we remember God's creation of the universe, as God rules the universe as its creator. Zichronot focuses in on Zocher et Habrit. That's the Chatimah, the ending blessing. Baruch atah Hashem Zocher et Habrit. God remembers the covenant, in this case, the covenant from Revelation. And then the third section, Shofarot, we blast the shofar in order to awaken our souls that we might do tshuva and return to God and be better people, and thus hasten the redemption and bring ourselves closer to a peaceful and pleasurable and wonderful world that we're building together. So we see at the end of each of these three sections, Areshet Sefatenu, each one sung to the same beautiful, rousing, and I say Misinai tune that goes like this. So we're on page 162. We're going to use Zichronotenu as our section for the example. Areshet Sefatenu Yerav Lefanecha El Ram Venisa. Areshet Sefatenu Yerav Lefanecha El Ram Venisa. Mevinu mazin mabitu makshiv lekol tekiya teinu utkabel berachamim uvratzon seder zichronotenu. It's a classic. Has everyone heard that before? I'd be really surprised if you haven't. That's a classic. We're going to do that one this year too. I'm not changing everything just because I'm the new chazan. That's really my goal in that one. All right, moving right along. Going on to page 165. This one I put in here because I wasn't sure what was going to happen, and I'm still a little unsure what's going to happen. But in the Shofarot section, one of the many verses that we see, we end up getting 10 verses, 3 from the Torah, 3 from the prophets, 3 from the Psalms, and then 1 more verse of Torah. That's what makes up liturgically each of these 3 sections. And in Shofarot, one of the verses from the Psalms is the entire 150th Psalm, which we say actually every morning in Psukei de Zimra, both Shabbos and weekday, and we say it here too. In years past, the last 5 or so years, an incredible teen, Valerie Faust, was doing the Leonard Cohen Hallelujah tune for this text, and I wasn't sure because she didn't really want to do it this year, and that's totally okay. I don't want to force anyone to do it. But I did find someone else who's going to do that, so that's exciting. But I still want to teach you another melody, which I either will use on the second day or we might end up using sometime on Shabbat, and then you'll know it for that. It's a really fun tune. It goes like this. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Let's just try that much. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. We're on page 165. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Now in Yananai, the verses go like this. Yanadai, yai, dai. Yananai, yai, dai. Yananai, yai, dai. Yai, nai, dai. Let's try it one at a time. Yananai, yai, dai. Try that much. Yananai, yai, yai. Yananai, yai, nai. Yananai, dai. Yai, dai. Sounds like the first one, right? Yai, nai. Yai dai nai. Yai dai 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 nai nai. Yai dai 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 nai nice. To the chorus. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, El Bikocho, Birkiauzo. Hallelujah, Birkiauzo, Bigurotav. Hallelujah, Bigurotav. Hallelujah, Kero Gulo. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. B'teka shofar. Hallelujah, b'teka shofar. B'nebel v'chinor. Hallelujah, b'nebel v'chinor. B'tofu machol. Hallelujah, b'tofu machol. Hallelujah, beninim ve'ugam. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Betzil tzalei shama. Hallelujah, betzil tzalei shama. Hallelujah, betzil tzalei trua. Kol haneshama, kol haneshama. Tehallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. One more time, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. So like I said, I don't know if we're actually going to do that this year on our holidays now that I found someone to sing the Leonard Cohen one that I know a lot of people really like. And it's great to have teens singing on the Bima. But I'm also hoping we will use that either on a Shabbos morning in Psuke one day, or perhaps on a weekday, or maybe on a Sunday, or just for fun, because it's a fun song, little jam. And that one I do know comes actually, that melody was used in a Sufi, which are the mystical tradition of Islam. The Sufis have that chant, and we sort of co-opted it because we really liked it, and they also use it
Does
for.
it sound exactly the same?
It's actually, interestingly enough, I know two different tunes that use that melody, and the two tunes don't sound the same because there's a sort of quarter tone where you're not 100% sure if it's in minor or in major, because it's kind of in between, which is really cool. And that comes out of their tradition with its world and quarter tones, and like it's not quite major or minor. So in this case, it's a little different, and in the other case, it might also be a little different. And I'm not actually sure how it sounds in the original. I think maybe they go back and forth. It's right in between. It's very cool. But that one we use a lot at Camp Ramah, at least at Ramah in the Berkshires. I'm assuming they probably use it also at Wisconsin. And it's a really good one to use in like musical tefillah or instrumental accompanied tefillah, which is great. So I'm really glad we got to do that together. Y'all sound really great. Again, I was not sure what the turnout was going to be, if people were going to be comfortable singing along. So I've been really impressed and so like gratified to hear you singing along. It's been a while since I get to hear everyone singing together, especially in like a more informal context, like in the service, sure, but like this is just really nice. And I want to thank you all for coming and being here. We're not done yet, but just I can't not say it. The next thing we're going to do is on page 223. 223. It's in the Kol Nidre service. It comes right before we begin the Slichot. I think it might come right after the silent Amidah. And this text was set by Joey Weisenberg. This is one of the newer melodies that it's really maybe only come out in the last 5 or 10 years. I'm not sure exactly when he wrote it, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. But when I first heard it, it just got me, you know. It just really got to me. I was like, oh, This is so good. And I loved it so much that actually one time I went to Ramat Darom. All the Ramaz are getting name dropped today, but I went to Ramat Darom and he was one of the guest artists, as was I, with an a cappella group, and we were singing in the circle. And he was like, does anyone have any requests? I'm like, oh, can we please do your YaalehKoleinu? It's beautiful. And he's like, well, do you want to lead it? I'm like, oh, really? It's kind of starstruck, not gonna lie. Anyway, so tangents aside, I love this piece, and it's actually so important to me that we learn it and we do it this year at Kol Nidre that I named the entire High Holiday Boot Camp class after this song, YaalehKoleinu, Raise Our Voices. And so it's got a couple different sections, and I'm gonna try and teach it. What time is it? It's 2:34. So if this one takes the rest of our time, that is okay with me anyway. But it may not. You guys are picking up much faster than I thought you would. So here we go. I don't want to start. We gotta like. I'll sing the verse on. I have like an outline of how I want to do it. Right. Teach the verse on Yanai. Good call, Chazan Samuel. That was a good idea. So we'll start like this. Yai dai dai. Try that much. Yai dai dai. Yai dai dai nai 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 dai dai dai. Yai nai 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 yai nai 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 nai. Nice. Yai nai nai. A little less high, yeah. Yai nai 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 dai 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 dai. So first time we go up, second time we go down. Classic music. It's a classic music move. Let's try that whole little bit, those two lines. Yai dai dai. Yai dai dai nai 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 dai dai. Yai dai dai. Yai dai nai nai yai nai 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 nai. Yai dai dai. Yai dai dai nai nai dai 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 dai. Yai dai dai. Yai dai dai nai 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 dai dai dai. We're just gonna keep doing that a little bit more. Yai dai dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Ai ai ai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai dai. Yai dai dai nai 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 dai dai. And this last one changes. Yai dai nai. We're gonna go up. Yai dai 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 dai. Really raising our voices, and we're raising the pitch. Word painting, gotta love it. So we're gonna try that last line. Yai dai dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Nice. All right. I think let's do that whole section. It's gonna be a little shorter. We're gonna do it on the words. So the first verse, Ya'aleh Tachanunenu me'erev, may our supplication rise up at evening. Ve'yavo shavatenu miboker, our pleas, may they arrive with the dawn. Ve'yera'eh rinunenu ad arev, may our songs transform and be seen at the dusk. YaalehKoleinu me'erev, may our voices rise up at evening. It's just those first four lines that we're going to use in this particular melody. Here we go. Ya'aleh Tachanunenu me'erev. Let's try that line again, now that we have the words a little bit, Tachanunenu, tachanunenu me'erev. Next line. Ve'yavo shavatenu miboker. I like that. On Ve'yavo, it comes a little closer, like assuming that home base is down here. We rise all the way up, but when we come Ve'yavo, it's a little bit closer. Still musicality, fun word painting. I love that about this movie. Let's do those first two lines again. 1 and a 2 and a Ya'aleh. Ya'aleh. Tachanunenu me'erev ve'yavo shavatenu miboker ve'yera'eh rinunenu ad arev YaalehKoleinu. Ya'aleh, all the way up. Koleinu me'erev. Let's do that last one. Koleinu me'erev. One more time. Koleinu me'erev. Awesome. The chorus is YaalehKoleinu. Just those two words. Can we go like this? Ya'aleh, 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 YaalehKoleinu. Ya'aleh, 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 YaalehKoleinu. That's the whole thing. So repeat after me. Ya'aleh, Ya'aleh, Ya'aleh. Try that. Ya'aleh, Ya'aleh, Ya'aleh. Really rising, you know what I mean? YaalehKoleinu. Try it. YaalehKoleinu. Ya'aleh, Ya'aleh, Ya'aleh. Try it again. Ya'aleh, Ya'aleh, Ya'aleh. Oh, you got bold. YaalehKoleinu. Second time is a little bit. Yeah. Koleinu. Cool. Whole chorus, 2 and a 3 and a go. Ya'aleh, 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 YaalehKoleinu. Ya'aleh, 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 YaalehKoleinu. And then there's a nigun that sounds like this. Yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai. And as Joey Weisenberg would teach, basically we start real soft, building, building, and building, and then it bursts through with that chorus. Ya'aleh, oh my God, oh, I'm not a tenor, right? Except I am, but most people in the pews aren't. And then we have that nigun is what we like our warm down. Like, okay, we've made it to this high musical spiritual place, God willing, and then we gotta calm down. So repeat after me. Yai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai nai. Yai nai nai nai. Yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, ay ay ay. Do it again. Yai dai now together. Yai dai na. Yai dai dai dai. Yai nai nai. Yai nai nai. Ai 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 dai. Yai nai nai. Yai nai nai. Ai 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 dai. Yai nai nai. Yai nai nai. Ai 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 dai. Ay, 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 nine, nine, ay, nine, nine, nine. Ay, 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 nine, nine, nine. Second time, just yay, nine, nine, yay. Try that with me. Yay, nine, yay, nine, nine, yay. For a second, I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. Yay, nine, nine, yay, nine, nine, nine. First part. Yai dai nai, yai nai nai, yai dai dai dai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai, ai 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 ai. Second, yai nai nai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai nai, ai 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 nai nai ai. From the top. YaalehKoleinu Tachanunenu me'erev ve'yavo shavatenu miboker rinunenu ad arev YaalehKoleinu Koleinu mi'erev Yaaleh 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 YaalehKoleinu Yaaleh Yaaleh YaalehKoleinu. Yai nai nai, ai nai nai, ai ai dai dai. Yai nai nai, ai nai nai, ai nai nai nai. Yai nai nai, ai nai nai, ai dai dai dai. Yai nai nai, ai nai nai, ai. Yaaleh Tachanunenu me'erev ve'yavo shavatenu miboker ve'yera'eh rinunenu v'bo ararev YaalehKoleinu me'erev Yaaleh YaalehKoleinu. Raise our voices. Yaaleh YaalehKoleinu. 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 Yai dai dai, yai nai nai, yai dai dai dai, yai nai nai, yai nai nai, ai 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 dai, yai dai dai, yai nai nai, yai dai dai dai, Ya na na ya da da da. One more time that nigun. Ya da da ya na na. Put it down. Ya da da da. Ya na na ya na na. Ay 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 da. Ya da da ya da da ya da da da. Ay 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 ay. And not long after that, we begin the slichot, right? We'll just be, I really hope that melody gets, I hope that I see you all there on Kol Nidre night and we can really raise our voice together. But even if you're at home, whatever is safe, however you feel safe and healthy to connect, like I'm just that one, I'm hoping we can really get into the meditative and it's just, I don't know, that tune gets me. So I hope it gets you too. I really hope you like it.
What is the traditional tune?
For that tune?
Yeah.
That's the funny thing.
Oh,
I
there
didn't,
wasn't one.
well, I don't know. There probably was one, but I was not great. I never came to Kol Nidre as a kid.
Oh, okay.
But, so by the time I started going, that was the one that I learned.
Oh,
But
okay,
it's
okay.
but by no means would I pretend that it's traditional. It's my traditional. Yeah, there's probably many, but I can look into find out. At the very least, see if I can find out what Chazan Tissa or Chazan Galer used to do. And it's possible it was read in English, and some of the team we don't do. So I think because my watch says it's 2:40, 2:50, so that's our time. But I just want to say one more time how deeply, deeply grateful I am to those of you who are here in person for singing along with me. I could hear you; it was really wonderful. And for those of you on Zoom, I saw some mouthing along. I saw your energy. Those of you whose video's on, and really appreciate you coming out. I want to thank Rachel Kamen for being tech and letting people in and doing that background work, and for setting up this amazing High Holiday Boot Camp series. I'm honored to be the final installment for this year, and I just want to wish everyone a real Shana Tova, Shel Bari'ah, Umetuka. It should be a sweet and happy and good and healthy new year. And I look forward to davening with you all in whichever fashion so soon. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Chazan. It was
Thank you.
beautiful.
We could probably end the recording there.
Okay, I'll stop the recording.